Hey there, how y'all doing? Vada the VCR show here coming at you with good news, bad news, no news situation. So first off, no, Roxy has not left. She is still with the show and everything. However, this week's show got totally messed up. I'm not even sure how it happened. There's some kind of issue with the video recorder in the conversion type of thing. So it only gave us like the first 5 minutes of our conversation where we're just kind of bantering um, before even really talking. And so that's a thing. And I didn't realize it till now when I was trying to edit the video and I realized something has gone wrong and it gave me a warning of some sort. And I was like, yeah, this is my luck that this would happen. So unfortunately, no show this week, or at least nothing decent. So I'll just kind of ramble on, give you an idea of what we were talking about, and either we'll re-record it and do the same show or jump into something else. We had a really good one planned for this weekend. And we may just go ahead and do that and then circle back to what this one was. But we had reviewed a Netflix movie that came out in 2019 called The Dead Do Not Die. It was a star-studded film dealing with the zombies. However, it had huge names in it. Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Rosie Perez, Danny Glover, Steve Buscemi, Tom Waits, all these big name actors, and even Selena Gomez was in it and um Austin Butler, but it was just a terrible movie. Like I regret watching it, to be very honest. Um had the review actually played out, you would have heard me give it the first F ever on the VCR show. And Roxy also gave it an F. It was that bad. We both failed it. And you know us, we don't. We're always back and forth about things, but that one was just, we were united and it was a solid F. It was just terrible. Just an awful. And it kind of breaks my heart because, like, there were really big names and some of my favorite actors like Bill Murray, Steve Buscemi, Rosie Perez. I love Rosie Perez, and it just was no, no. It was a very bad movie. I hate to say that, but it was. So if you see it on Netflix, you can totally skip it. That's the best I can do for you right now because I just don't know what happened with the conversion. Um, I didn't realize it till now. Like I said, I was about to edit this. I just called Roxy, who was out of town, and I was like, hey, guess what? We have a teeny tiny problem. And that teeny tiny problem is we don't really have a show. So I could totally just give you the 5 minutes of us bantering, uh, kind of like our pre-show talking to each other type of situation. I may or may not do that. I have to kind of scrub it, make sure that there's nothing in there. Like we're not talking about any personal stuff or anything like that. But those things do happen. I am so sorry that this even happened. I'm not sure why. Again, it's nothing that I did or that Roxy did. It was a technical glitch. Um, don't know how it happened, but it did. And what can you say? We're so sorry. We will have a better show for you. Uh, on Tuesday of next. So very sorry, very apologetic. But again, things happen. We haven't had to do this in a few years where there was an issue where we couldn't do a show. So my deepest apologies. I feel bad that this happened, but it's just something beyond our control. So please forgive us and know that we did have a really good show, and that's what it was. It was Netflix 2019. The dead don't die. And it was, yeah, just a movie that probably did not need to be made. I'm pretty sure there was a big budget for that and it went to all these big name stars. And that's where everything else fell apart. They didn't have money for a decent script or anything else, but they acted their hearts out. The actors were great. They brought their A game to this deadpan comedy, but in reality, it was just terrible. And all you can really do is look at that and say, hey, this was just a bad script and don't know why it happened. Maybe they improv most of it. That could be the other thing. Um, don't know why there are so many big names attached to it because it was a terrible movie. It just really, really was. And I think the only saving grace of the movie is there's this scene with Selena Gomez and um, Austin Butler, and they're these hippies in from out of town, and they're driving this really cool 1967 Pontiac. But the beauty about it is they make a reference in it saying, hey, that car is very George Romero. And the thing is, it is the original car that was used in Night of the Living Dead, the George Romero movie. It was beautiful. It was great to see it. Very nostalgic. But, sitting there through that whole movie and your best moment is the nostalgia of a car. You get what I'm saying? There's a massive disconnect there. And again, I'm not saying that it wasn't masterfully acted by some of these actors. They did bring their A games. They are big name actors, but it was just, I think a lot of it is script, maybe even some improving, and it was just terrible. So that's the best I can do for you for this kind of a show. Do forgive us for our technical difficulties. We are going to have an article out on the website, so go check out our website, thevcrshow.com, and please like us and share us, which is the VCR show. As always, share us with your friends on Spotify and with your friends on Facebook or wherever they may be. I'm sure you have friends. Me and Roxy don't, but I'm sure you do. And if you do, please share our love with them because we want to be loved. And a great way to get more friends is by being loved. So please love us. We need it. But until next time, I am Vada the VCR show. I do sincerely apologize. Again, not our fault, but hey, that was my best like 2, 3 minute review of a terrible movie, which in reality, the full length 30 minute review is just 30 minutes of us saying how much we didn't like it. So now you got the Cliff Note version and you don't have to waste your time. But hey, maybe you want to challenge yourself. Maybe you want to watch the movie and then call us back and say, hey, that was the most brilliant thing I've ever seen, which it was not. But hey, if maybe you're into that, the sad thing is there's this one guy, probably one guy at some Comic Con or Comic Palooza or whatever, who is dressed as one of the characters from this movie, and no one knows what the hell the poor guy is dressed as, and he's just sad and crying because no one's heard of the movie or seen the movie, and rightfully so. And I will say this: so we checked out the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes just to see if we were being too harsh about it, and honestly, the popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes had only given it a 38%. If you translate to a grade, it's still a failing grade. So we're right on par. It was just bad. So it's a skip for us. And hey, to the one guy at Comic-Con dressed as their favorite character there from this terrible, terrible movie, we're very sorry for you. Um, I suggest maybe watching Night of the Living Dead or anything zombie other than this, because this was bad. It's supposed to be a zombie movie and it was just terrible. But anyway, till next time, I'm Vada the VCR Show. You can still share your comments and thoughts or your disappointments with us, much like our parents, to the VCR Show at gmail.com, and check out our social medias, which are the VCR Show on Insta and Twitter. But who cares about Twitter or X, whatever they're calling it now? And also, you can check out our website, thevcrshow.com, and our YouTube channel at The VCR Show. As always, it's just The VCR Show. Just type in The VCR Show, Vara Roxy, whatever you want. Like us, share us, love us, because we love you. We really do. You are the best part of our week, and we love doing these shows for you. Again, apologize. But until next time, I'm Vara. I wish Roxy were here, but she's not. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? We'll catch you next time. The VCR show.